All right, this year we're starting a new tradition that I'm going to do every single year, and I'm super, super stoked about this. My 2021 has been fabulous. It has been so good. It's been filled with its fair share of challenges and ups and downs, and it has just been amazing. And I am super excited for this upcoming year. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some questions and kind of reflecting on last year and also looking forward to this next year, some different goals that I have. So I'm super excited. I'm here in my studio today, and we're going to make this happen. And I'm going to do this every single year, try to keep the same questions. And, some questions might be added or adjusted a little bit over time. But each year I'm going to do this, and I'm super, super stoked. My name is Pete Tidwell, and I'm from Provo, Utah. I am a business owner, and I make cakes. I make amazing custom cakes, and I run a couple different businesses, and I am super stoked about all of them. I started The Mighty Baker in 2013, and it has been such a crazy journey. I have ran a bakery from home for a few years. I have run that business while working a full-time job. I had a bake shop for 3 years. I then closed that bake shop and then worked full-time while I opened up this place, which is a cake creation studio, a do-it-yourself cake and cupcake decorating studio. And so really, I just love all sorts of different types of businesses. I love launching some new businesses. I came up with a couple of fun ideas this year that I launched, and I'm super excited about. Candy City Cannoli is one of them, and it's just a virtual dessert business that I came up with. I ultimately love my business because this do-it-yourself cake studio, just seeing this come into fruition has been amazing. We opened January of 2020, right before COVID hit. And some things that I like to do, I love coming up with new business ideas. I love strategizing on how to make my business more effective. I love helping others in their businesses and their different ventures. And this last year, I'll talk about this in a minute, but this last year has been a very big refocus on myself and on my thoughts and on everything going on in my life to help me be able to accomplish the things that I want to professionally. I love spending time with my family. I love going on hikes with my family. I love watching movies and laughing and playing games. Those are some things I really love doing. For myself, I love going to see movies. I am such a movie person. I love staying up to date on all the Marvel movies. I love movies that make you think. I love just the amazing art form that movies are, and they can transport you to a different place. I love that, and that's always been a favorite thing of mine. Who's your hero, or who do you look up to? That's a good question. I think this last year, there's a lot of different people. I mean, there's some people that I have taken big influence from for many different reasons. I mean, you've got Gary Vee, which I listen to his stuff all the time. I love all of his things that he talks about. I love, the self-awareness, the gratitude, and just the learning from failure, the just doing it and just putting yourself out there. I love it. Through him, I learned about and met a guy named Joe Atang, and Joe's a great friend of mine, and I'd love to meet him someday. I'm going to meet him someday. Maybe that's a goal for this next year, to meet Joe. Anyway, I'm super excited to meet new people all the time. He invited me on a morning show kind of thing that he did, and we've just been staying in touch. That's somebody that I would say is a friend of mine, but that I've never met before, but that I feel like have jived really well with the things that he said, and I feel like I really like the things that he's doing. Other people I look up to, I just look up to people that are real and that are doing their best and living their best life and trying to be their authentic self. And I love that. I love anybody that is striving to be their authentic self and to own up to, the things they struggle with. And, we all struggle with things, but just being open and honest with yourself and being aware and knowing that we're all broken and we're all have challenges, but that we can recognize that and we can actually become stronger people for being aware of the thoughts and the things that we're going through. And anyway, I'll get more into that in a minute, I think, but those are some initial thoughts. What is a memorable vacation that you took last year? A memorable vacation we took this last year. I have two of them that I want to share. The first one was March of this year. My sister Lynn and her husband Caleb and her kids were moving from Washington to Montana. And I love all my brothers and sisters, but Lynn, my sister, I've always been super close with. And I just felt the urge, and I needed a break at that time in my life and just needing to kind of get away. And I took a road trip and drove all the way to Washington and surprised her and then helped her move to Montana. It was amazing. It was so much fun to see the look on her face when I just showed up out of nowhere was just priceless. And I didn't do that to make myself feel good or anything like that. And I didn't want necessarily any recognition for it or anything. I love doing nice things for other people and to let other people know, that are carrying burdens or whatever it may be, that I'm there, to help lift something, even if it's just a little bit, right? And so that was one of my favorite things I did this last year. Another vacation, we went to Oregon and stayed on the coast up there. It was my wife's family reunion vacation this last year. We went up there and we stayed at a beach house and went to the beach almost every day. I woke up every morning and went on a walk on the beach. And it's really funny because I'm not a beach person, as in I do not like swimming. I do not like being in the water, but I love being by the ocean. I enjoyed waking up each morning and going on a walk and being able to just be with myself for a minute and connect with the earth a little bit and just be there. And those were some magical moments and magical times. I loved it so much. And driving to and from there was super fun. We got a huge, 12 passenger van and drove from Utah to Oregon, and it was a lot of fun. It was great. What is the best dessert or cake you made this year? That's a good question. I would say, I did a Nike shoe cake this year that was for Brandon Davies that played for BYU basketball years ago. I love that one because I've never made a shoe cake before, so that was a first, and that was exciting. Also, for the holidays, I brought back a bunch of Mighty Baker favorites, and I can't even describe the experience, or maybe I can try my best. But I made my raspberry Bakewell tarts for the holidays, and just shortly after they came out of the oven and after they cooled down, I ate one and took a bite, and it was epic, and it was so good. Just biting into that and remembering and just enjoying how much I love baking and enjoying such beautiful, just delectable treats that I've learned to make over the years, and that skill that I've been blessed with to be able to bake delicious, wonderful food. All right, next question. What are some things that you want to keep doing? I think things I want to keep doing that I learned this year, and I'll get to this in a minute, but I certified as a life coach this last year, so getting into life coaching and getting into some of those things. And some of the three things that I want to keep doing is thought downloads. So on a daily basis, whether that's writing or just talking out loud, but having thought downloads on what I'm thinking, what's going through my mind, what I'm planning on doing, those kind of things, because those things really help, because sometimes we get lost in our thoughts and get overwhelmed and stressed and those kind of things and feel kind of buried sometimes. But if we can get those thoughts out of our head and look at them and realize that some of those thoughts we don't have to have, and especially the negative ones, we don't have to have those. And that's so empowering to be able to know that. Another thing is self-coaching through the life coach school and certifying. I've also been able to learn the skills of self-coaching. So after you do a thought download, being able to look at those thoughts and being able to pinpoint different thoughts and be able to work on them and put together models and be like, okay, what is this thought bringing in my life? What feelings is it bringing? What actions am I taking? What results am I getting based on the thoughts that I'm having? And so I really want to continue self-coaching and also getting coached as well. I have a group of 10 people that I went through certification with, and I can reach out to them to get coaching as well as through the life coach school. And that's something I want to keep on doing this next year. What are some things you want to stop doing? Oh man, that's a good question. I want to stop worrying about things. Like I think I come from, I think, like in general, my family, I think, very worrisome, I think sometimes. And I think I have taken that on, and I have just worried too much about things. And I worry about like, oh no, what's going to happen if I do this? Or what's going to happen if I do this? And like, I want to stop worrying. I want to stop like being so stressed and being so heavy on things because like there's in life coaching, there's something called indulgent emotions, and like you indulge in them because they feel productive. They feel like you're doing something, but in reality, you're not. You're not doing anything about it. And most of the time you're buffering and you're going away from actually being productive, and you're doing things to distract yourself, whether that's like social media, or whether that's just watching TV, or whatever it may be, just busy work, right? Busy work that seems like you're doing something, or just completely disregarding any busy work, right? And just doing other things, but not worrying and not indulging in those emotions as much as I can, and being aware of that and being able to redirect myself and not being worrisome. My biggest goals are to do the opposite of that, is live as my true authentic self and show up the way that I would like to show up, and just own that. What are some things you want to start doing? I think things I want to start doing, something I've started to do just in the last little while, is just taking quiet moments and meditating and just being in silence, or listening to one of my most favorite artists of late. His name's Saint Finnegan, and that's his artist name, and you can find his music on Apple Music, on any other Spotify. He also has a podcast called Energy Hospital, and it has been a huge thing for me over the last few months. There's one of my favorite ones that I listen to in there called Body of Water, and it is incredible. And it's a kind of guided meditation kind of thing where there's great music and sounds, and it's fully immersive, and it has helped me in a lot of moments this last year. So that's something I want to do more of, is take quiet moments to meditate and to be able to relax and to be able to just think and let my thoughts go as well, and be able to let go of some of those things that bother me on a day-to-day basis and that get kind of stuck in there, those thoughts, right? It's kind of part with that thought download. It's letting those things go. And so that's something I want to do more of each day, is just taking some quiet moments to focus on myself, and personal growth is probably a huge thing for this coming year. What failures did you have, and how have you learned from them? I mean, this is a huge one. I think it's I can't think of any huge failures other than just the challenges each month as a business owner, is making sure that you're meeting all your expenses, those kind of things. And when you have months that don't go the way that you want to, or you have a promotion that doesn't go the way that you want to, or you thought that customers were going to be excited about a promotion, and you're hoping that you sold like 100 orders and you only sell 10, those kind of things. And the biggest things, right, is like, they're so small, but if you take one of those small instances and you look at it and say, okay, I offered this and I only sold this many, what can I do different next time? And it's so easy when it comes to business and having failures or things not going the way that you want to quickly make that mean something about yourself and what you're doing. And really, you just have to shift a few things, right? It's not necessarily that you did something wrong. Like, you just didn't message correctly. Like, your target audience that you're trying to target, you didn't communicate well with them. So change the communication, change the deal, change the promotion, change what you're offering so that you can try it again and do it better the next time. And it's that continual learning. And I love failure because of that, because failure is so powerful. Failure and setbacks are the most powerful thing, because if you can take those small little setbacks and be able to use that as a learning, as a strength, as something to actually help you to become a better person, a better business owner, whatever it may be, like, those are the big growth moments. Those are tremendous, amazing. So I would say that as of right now. What is the most memorable goal that you've accomplished this year? Oh man, this is huge. I have a few of these. So number one would be continuing to grow Cake Creation Studio. I opened this January of 2020, as I noticed, and in 2020, all the coronavirus stuff hit, and there were a few months that I thought we were just going to have to close the business down. And I've had a full-time job through this to help, support my family and things. And I think that was a big focus of mine this last year, and just being able to look at this year and being able to see some amazing growth. There's some really rough months in 2021 as well, and also had some months where I thought, we're just gonna have to close this thing down. Luckily in October, well, not luckily, I guess first off, I was short some money in October, and luckily my parents were able to let me borrow just a little bit of money to help me kind of get to that and get kind of past a tough little part. And October and November and December have been absolutely fabulous. And the studio is looking good. We've got a good thing going on this next year, I think. So we're just going to continue on. So I'm very proud of that. Also this year, I've introduced some multiple revenue streams and trying to focus on those, which I'm going to continue on this next year. But I've got Candy City Cannoli. I've got my different online ordering stuff. I do desserts from time to time, classes, those kind of things. Some of those have been successful. Some of them have not. So those things have been really good. But probably the biggest, most memorable, life-changing thing and goal that I've accomplished this year in 2021 is January of 2021. I started the Life Coach School, Life Coach Certification Program, and super life-changing. My life is 100%, 1,000%, however you want to communicate that, better than it was before. It has changed my life more than anything. And I am so glad that I learned about it, because the biggest focus on it is really focused on understanding that circumstances, for the most part, pretty much all of them, are out of your control, and that it's not the circumstance that is causing you to be upset or overwhelmed or whatever it may be. Because oftentimes we blame things on things, right? We blame things on like, oh, because my job, I am this, or because this, I am this. But really, it's the thoughts you're having about that job. And this whole journey has been amazing. And you can create what you want in your life. You can create the thoughts and the results you want in your life. It's amazing. It's all up to you. It's all up to me. And so I started that in January, got certified in July, and then did a second 6-month program, mastermind with my group, and now just ready to launch my business and launch my coaching business. I am so super stoked about this. It's going to be epic. So I think that's my biggest memorable goal. And we'll talk about my business here in a minute, but that's my biggest thing, is being certified as a life coach and going through the program, and not only being certified as a life coach, but learning and being able to apply what I learned in that program to my everyday life has been absolutely life-changing, and I am excited. I am so stoked to see what the future holds for me. All right, what thoughts are going to power your 2022? I think the two biggest thoughts are, like, I guess I might have to kind of fine tune these a little bit. The things that my mind quickly goes to is that I got this. Like, let's bring it on, bring on the failures, bring on the setbacks, bring on the challenges, bring on the successes, bring on all the things so that we can make 2022 amazing. I've got some huge things I want to do this year, and bring on the discomfort. The only way that we grow is being uncomfortable and putting ourselves in positions that are uncomfortable. And I am super stoked, scared and nervous, but super, super stoked, because I'm excited and I know that I can accomplish great things if I just do it and not get in my own way and just do it. You got this. What are you most looking forward to in 2022? I am most looking forward to starting my coaching business. It is going to be amazing. So I am starting a business that is the Mighty Baker Bakery Business Coaching, and I am super stoked. This is going to be a coaching / consulting business where I am going to be a coach and a consultant for cake and dessert bakery business owners, primarily small businesses. Those people that are still operating from home or have a small business, have a first location, wanting to open up a first location, wanting to open up a business in general. And we're going to go through everything. All my 10 plus years of learning of opening businesses. I've also worked in marketing careers. I also have some great things to be able to share with you. So from my experiences, from the things that I've learned professionally, as well as teaming that up with the life coaching principles, I am super, super stoked, because the second that you put something in your business, like, let's talk about pricing, for instance. How do you price your cakes appropriately? How do you know how much it actually costs you? How much are you paying yourself per hour? What are you making for a profit? Are you making a profit? What is profit? Those kind of things. And then as you go through those kind of things, what comes up? Boom, thoughts, mind drama. What are your thoughts about those things? Like, oh, I can't charge that. My customers won't pay that. Am I worth that? Am I worth that cost? Whatever it may be. And I want to empower business owners to be able to help them not only be able to have the tools and access to be able to know what they can do in their business, but also to be able to take out some of that drama and help them to be able to be aware of the drama. I guess that's the better thing. I don't want to take away anybody's drama. I want to teach people how they can deal with their own drama and how they can move on and have progress and be able to have growth in their business. Because oftentimes people think there's circumstances that are in the way, and really, it's just you, it's just me, it's just my thoughts. It's my thoughts that are in the way. And granted, there are some circumstances that are in the way, but let's think about how we're thinking about them, because that's a huge piece, right? You can think, woe is me, and you can think, self-pity, you can, all those kind of things. But if you do those things, you're not going to get anywhere. And I am super stoked about this business. So I'm going to be launching my website really soon. I have headshots on this next Monday for my website with Justin Hackworth here in Provo. Super, super excited about that. And that's what I'm most excited about. I'm excited to take everything by the reins, and whatever it may be, I'm going to figure this out and figure out. And 2022 is going to be an amazing, incredible year. And I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked for all of you out there. And I am out. This has been so much fun. Probably longer than I expected, but in order to get out all the thoughts and all the things that are in my mind right now, I think that was really necessary to be able to go through all that. Okay, you guys are awesome. Believe you can do it. And I know that sometimes it gets really hard, and I know that sometimes I do this all the time is I beat myself up like crazy. And I think I'm not good enough or not smart enough or haven't done enough or I'm not going to be able to be successful or whatever it may be. There's so many thoughts that are so destructive that you can have. But I want to help teach people and help teach you how you can be aware of those thoughts and how you can be able to be your best, true, authentic self. And I will see you later. Have a happy new year. And I hope all of you go out and do something amazing. Go out and do something, chase after the goal, do that thing that you've been telling yourself that you want to do and that you've been telling yourself all year. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it and see what happens. Learn from the setbacks, from the failures, whatever it may come up, and just move towards your goal. Because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to get. And it's really not as hard as you think it's going to be once you actually start doing it. It's just the drama. The drama that each of us give to everything is so heavy sometimes. And I think we can all accomplish great things if we can be aware of the thoughts that we're having. And I think you're all awesome. Have a wonderful day and have a happy new year.